Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Microsoft Football Challenge. My name is Niall, and I'm going to be working with you today on our day number 3 of the Microsoft Football Challenge. Now, what are we going to do for day 3? Let's just add my screen to build so you can let's just add my screen so you can see everything that we're doing. So today we're going to be having a look at PowerPoint and at Sway. So we're going to be using PowerPoint to create a floor plan of our building that we're creating, and we're also going to be using Sway to share this with others as well. Okay, so where are we? If you have not taken part in Monday or Tuesday, please do go back and have a look at those. On Monday, we looked at OneNote and kind of creating our space, coming up with what it's going to be for. On Tuesday, we worked with in our groups and our teams to come up with kind of ways that we can support our community and having a look at data for accessibility within that space. And now today, we're going to be having a think about visualizing that building and actually thinking about what does that space look like. So we're only 2 minutes and 15 seconds into today's session, and we're already just diving straight in. So first of all, make sure that you are in your teams. If you're not in your teams, please do that now. You'll need to be in your groups of 2s, 3s, or 4s, because today is all about collaboration. So now that we have an idea about what we want to include in our space, let's build it. In today's challenge, we'll learn how to build floor plans and how to present these in appropriate ways. So that's what we're going to be using Sway for. So, oops. I thought I took that out. That was from a previous one. Ignore that. Okay, so let's draw. Here I have different examples of floor plans. Now we've kept them really simple and really easy for today, just to help everybody get started. Have a look at number 1. So you should all now be able to see my mouse. Yes, you can. I wish I could make it a wee bit bigger, but I can't for some reason. It's not working today. We'll get onto that for another time. So these kind of little like curved triangles, I guess. These are doors. Okay, so as I come in, so this is outside and this is inside. As I come inside, there's a door. Walk in this way, or I can go left here, or right as I'm walking in. And we can go straight through. There's another door, and there we can get into there. Now, you might be asking yourself, so if these kind of curved triangles are doors, what are these lines here? Now, these lines are windows. So you could walk into your building, you could look left, you could look right. Imagine we're flipped, and you can then see the outside the building. Okay, we then in number 2, you can see here we've got a door coming in. So where that line goes in, that is the way that the door swings. Okay, so if you have a door coming out the way, that's where it's going to open out the way. If it swings with the line coming in, it's going to swing in. Okay, so we can come through here, go through this way. Now, to get to this room here, you can either go through this door here and down, or you can just go straight into this door here. Okay, and we have big long windows here and tiny little windows here. Okay, now these are just to give you an idea of what your space might look like. This might be, let's go to 3 this time. This might be your entrance. Maybe you pay to get in here, and then in here is maybe like a place for you to buy any shin guards or football tops. Then as you walk into this space, you might have a changing room here and a changing room here. Then this might be a football space for you to play football or other sports. And this one might be a storage cupboard. Okay, so this is how we're going to visualize our space. Oh, one last thing to show you. On number 4, you can also have gaps in the walls. So you can, it doesn't need to have a door. You can walk straight in between these 2 rooms here. Okay, so here we have the different parts that are in our building. So one door, okay, it just opens out the way. And then we've got double doors. So these are when the doors will open like this, okay? So we've got single doors, double doors, and then windows. This is all I want you to use just now. And I want you to use PowerPoint to create something that looks a little bit like this. So here I've, this is either my entrance in, either the double doors or the single doors. Down here, I've created just 2 little football pitches. And then I've got 2 changing rooms here. And here is either an entrance or an exit for this other room here. So I want you to please today create your own space. And I'm going to show you how in just a second using PowerPoint. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to go to, I'm going to go to new slide. There it is. And I'm going to just put in a blank slide. Okay, a totally blank slide. Now I'm going to go to insert and I'm going to go to shapes. This is where you can choose the overall shape of your building. I like to go for an L shape personally. That was something a wee bit different, but you can choose any shape that is in here. You could go for a decagon, you've got octagons there. You could go for just a rectangle. You could have your space, maybe it looks like a star. It's up to you how your space looks, okay? You just have to consider those accessibility options. How are people going to get in? How are people going to get out? So for example, I'm going to use the L shape today. You might want to go just for a simple rectangle. It's up to you. I'm going to go for my L shape, and I'm just going to pull out and I'm going to put together my L shape there. So this is my building. To change the color, all you do is go up to the top here to the paint can. We're going to give it a white background, and we're going to give these lines just a black outline. Okay. To increase the size and the weighting of these lines, all I do is click on my building, then go to the shape outline, little drop down arrow down to weight. And then I like to have it on 4.5. I think it just kind of fills a bit more space, looks a wee bit nicer, but it's up to you what you do. From there, what I would then like you to do is, now you can copy this. There's a link underneath the video for today, also on the event page, is to copy, Control C to copy, and then Control V to paste these in to your building. And you can place these anywhere that you like. The only thing is that I ask is that, see these parts here? I would like you to make sure that they line up with your walls. Okay, so I'm just going to make this a wee bit smaller and line these small parts up there with the walls. Perfect. Okay, so that's the first door in. What do I do if my door that I have here faces the wrong way? Well, I'm going to go Control D to duplicate. So that's a quick way of doing Control C and Control V for paste. Control D will duplicate. And from there, what we can do is we can go up to Picture and then Arrange, and then you can go to Rotate. Okay, so you can flip it vertically if you like, and that's going to mean that you can have it like that. Or we can do Control D again, just to show you. We can go to Arrange, Rotate horizontally, and it's going to flip the picture horizontally. Okay, so you can edit these doors in any way that you like to suit your building. What else can we do? Well, we can add in some windows, Control C, Control V, and then we just pull our window out and adjust the sizing so it matches the width of the walls. This is why it's a wee bit easier to get the thicker walls there. Okay, so now we've got a window in here. Maybe we want to add a pitch. So all I did to add in a pitch was insert, oops, clicked the wrong one there, and went to shapes. And I added in, first of all, a circle. So let's add a football pitch in up here. Okay, so I've got my circle, and it's a wee bit big, but that's fine. So we can now adjust these widths and heights so that they're same, because a circle is the same all the way around. So the length and the height, so the width and the height are going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to change this to 0.5, and change this one to 0.5 as well. There we go, that works. It's a nice size circle. I'm going to put my circle there. I'm then going to add in another line. Okay, and I'm going to move my line to put it on the corner and put it over here. Change the color, change the weight, so it looks like kind of like a wall. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do, let's put that a wee bit more in the middle. Okay, and there, and I want to change this to white inside, make it a wee bit thicker and black, and we're going to add in Control D to duplicate. Oops, not the whole thing. Control Z to undo. Click on this line here and put it bang in the middle. And we're just going to make it a little bit thinner. Okay, so there is my football pitch up at the top. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to add in all of your doors and windows into your building. There we go. And I would like you to, design your space. So how would you, what could you do to add in more walls? What could you do to add in more rooms into your building? What does the overall shape look like? Have a think about that. And yes, I will follow on everything that we have done today. Working in your groups, you can share the PowerPoint if you're wanting to all collectively work on it at the same time. You just go share or copy link and share that with everybody in your team. Yes, I want you to design your space. I will see you in 10 minutes. And then what's going to happen in 10 minutes is I'm going to just kind of give you a few wee other bits to add in to your design. Okay, so just now thinking about what rooms have you got, add in your doors, add in your windows. Okay, I will see you in 10 minutes. Sorry, my camera was off there. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you now have kind of the outlines and an idea of what your space is going to look like. Now we're going to add in a couple more things. So now is the time to start to add in things like maybe where your tables are going to go, maybe where your tills are going to go for buying anything. Maybe if you're having a shop, maybe you're going to have a space for all of the clothes to be stored and placed. So let's add in a few more places to go. Now, if you want to add in just a kind of a wee cupboard room, what you can do is head to Insert, and then we're going to go to Shapes, and we're going to go just to a rectangle. And then from there, what you can do is you can add in your shape. We're just going to put it to about there, same as before. We're going to make the lines black, make the inside white, and add the wee bit of weighting. And there we go. Now we have another room that we can add in. Control D to duplicate a few doors too. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there, and we're just going to position it. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. We've got a new room in there, and this is where we're going to store all of the equipment. Okay, so I'm going to add in a couple of cupboards. So what we can do then is we can add in maybe a few shelves. Now it's up to you how you want this to look. I'm just going to add in maybe a separate couple of cupboards. So for me, what's this going to look like? It's just going to look like these. I'm just going to add in, add a wee bit of weight to these. There we go, just a few thin, skinny cupboards. I'm just going to go Control D to duplicate those. And I'm just going to put them in here. So here's our cupboards. And maybe we're wanting to have a couple of spaces for the balls to go. So let's add in our doors first of all. Now these are going to be small doors for us to, there we go, to have. So I'm just going to add in these doors here. Yours will be a lot nicer than these. And last one, there we go. Maybe we want to add in a few space for the balls to go, like we said. So let's add in a couple of shelves. So we can go again, Insert. Let's add in a kind of a circle bin for the balls all to get thrown into. That might be a nice idea. So let's put this circle just in here. And again, we can make the circle the exact same on both sides. So let's go to 0.45. That's a good size. There we go. So there's bin number 1 for the balls. Shape, and change all of these settings here. Weight, oh, it's going to be a thin one. Okay, because it's just going to be like a wee bin for them. And duplicate that. So another one in here. Now, this space isn't just going to be up at the top for football. We're also going to use it for basketball as well. So let's add in a couple of baskets. So we can include our circles up here. So these are going to be our basketball nets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a wee bit smaller. So let's head to Shape. Oh, so close, 0.3. Perfect. And we can just move this into the middle. Okay, and then Control D to duplicate, and we're going to pull it up to the top there. Okay, so now is the time to have a think about what else can you include in your space. Maybe, like we said, we could have some tables in there. So what we can do is just go to Insert, Shapes, and let's add in a wee table just at the door here. Okay, and again, let's just make it a wee bit thinner. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now is the time to add in a few different other parts to your building. Okay, so I'm going to just leave you with that. Have a wee think about what else you could put into your building. Maybe some tables, maybe some chairs. What could you use for chairs? Insert Shapes. Is there anything in there that could work for chairs? Maybe you're wanting to put in a couple of carpets, maybe a big TV on the wall. How could you represent these using the shapes that are there? Okay, I'm going to leave you with that now. I'm going to set the timer on again for 10 minutes, working as a group. What could you add into your space to kind of up level it and make it a wee bit better? 10 minutes is starting now. Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully now you've gotten on really well with your floor plans. I would love to see them all. So if your teacher is using Twitter, please do share them with me. I would love to see them, but I'm going to show you how to do that in just a wee second. So what I would like you to do, in fact, I'm just going to turn this off in case your teacher does use Twitter. There we go. There's our Twitter handles. Please do share the work online, share with everybody. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Microsoft Sway. So here I am on Sway. So there we have the PowerPoint. I'm on Sway. If you ever need to get to Sway quickly, all you do is click on the app drawer in the top left-hand corner, and there is Sway in there. So within Sway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to new blank Sway, and we're going to create one from scratch. Okay. Now here's one that I've made earlier. Okay, so all I've done was I added in my title, and I've started to put in what I'm going to call this space. Now, what is a Sway? A Sway is kind of like a presentation and a website mixed into one. Okay, so we can use Sways to share ideas. We can use Sways to share information with everybody. It's a great way for you to just kind of get everything out there and present in a nice, shareable way. So we can use Microsoft Sway to do that. What we've got here is we have our title. All I did in there was add in an image. I've then pressed the plus and I've clicked on heading card. So to show you how that looks, all I do is you click on the plus and I've gone to heading. And from there, we're going to call this floor plan of, and this is where you're going to put in your title. Okay. Now, you can put your title up at the top, but it's going to write it over the image that is there. If you want that, that's fine. If you don't want it, that's okay. So I'm going to show you how that looks just now. So I'm going to hit play. So you'll notice that it doesn't have any text there. I'm going to go back to edit and I'm going to put in this text here. Let's go for a wee quick copy and okay, let's not. Floor plan of, and the name of your floor plan. Okay, I'm going to hit play and you will notice that it appears over the image. So if that's okay with you, that's fine. If you have text on your image already, it might kind of not look as great. So it's up to you to fix that. Okay, so the way to do that is just add another heading underneath. So I'm just going to delete that now. Okay, and now from there, we're wanting to add in our floor plan. So I'm going to go to add in an image, and from there, we need to download our images to add in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our PowerPoint, remember collectively, everybody working together, and we're going to click on, File, and then we're going to go to Save As, and then Download as Images. So it's going to download your PowerPoint as an image, okay? So we're going to hit Download, and it's going to save this to your device. Once you have done that, it's going to, so here we go. I've got all my files here that I've been working on. And I'm going to go to Sway now, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag that image into here. So there we go. This one I made earlier. So I'm going to click, I'm going to drag that into my Sway. Okay. And the last thing I want to show you is that currently that image is small. So when I go play and I scroll down, so it's just loading up at the top, and I scroll down, the image is quite small. You can't really see anything. But if I go to edit and then over here, we can set emphasis on this card and you can actually change how that image looks. So I'm going to make it as big as it can go, hit play. Yes, okay, I much prefer that. That looks good. It might help for you to add in any kind of words and tell people what is on, what each room is. So to do that, if you are wanting to do that, is go to insert, and then we're going to go to text box. There it is. Couldn't see it for a second. And you can add in text about what each room is. So if I just go in here, I can type in football and basketball pitch/court. Okay. I'm just going to make that a wee bit smaller. Okay. So you can add in text so you can tell people what is in each room. That might be a nice wee thing for you to do. So when you're on your Sway, you can see what each room is. Okay. So this is all I'd like you to do for your Sway just now, is to change, add in an image for your title. Doesn't matter which image you use. It's really simple to do. If you don't have one, you can search for them, and any image that you add in through the search from Sway is totally it's marked with a Creative Commons license. So you're not going to get any copyright infringements for using that. So I can, for example, let's just delete this. We're going to details. Okay, delete. We're going to add in background so we can search. So you can either upload from your device or we can search. What would we do? Football. enter, and then any of these images will be marked with Creative Commons license, so you can use any of these. So I'm just going to click and drag that into there. Okay, so now when I go to play, we get the football up at the top instead. Okay, so what I would like you to do is head to Microsoft Sway. Remember, you can click on the wee app launcher there, head to Sway, go blank Sway, and just add in an image for your title. Give the name, so the name of this Sway, so floor plan of your name, and add in your image card. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Remember, if you have time, please do add in text for each of the rooms as well. Okay, 10 minutes starting. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back. I'm just going to put it right back to the end. There we go. Okay, so hopefully now you have visualized your building and you have worked out exactly what it is going to look like. So that is us finished Wednesday's session. Tomorrow is going to be our final one, and this is where we're going to get feedback and we're going to present it and share it with everybody. Okay, so let's just press back. F11. That looks a wee bit nicer, doesn't it? Okay, so tomorrow join us for the final part of the Microsoft Football Challenge, where we're having a look at presenting it and getting feedback from the people that are around you. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Niall. I'm a part of the team here at TA Scotland. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your creations. If your teacher, like I mentioned earlier, does have Twitter, then please do share it with us on Twitter at TA Scotland. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. I'm just going to play the outro music here, and that'll be us finished. Thanks for joining us. Cheers. Bye.